Good morning, everyone. How are you all? I'm gonna go get a refill on my coffee real quick, and then we'll get started. Good morning, Justin. All right, who all we got in here this morning? Got Justin, we got Reg, we got J-Dub. Good morning. Hope y'all are doing well. Getting started up here. All right, so as you guys know, yesterday we did our QQQs. We did our SPYs, specifically in the small account challenge. We did our SPY puts. SPY broke below 395. Looks like it's trying to bounce off of the 395 or 94.50, which is where I actually thought it was going to. A lot of people are freaking out, I'm sure, right now, and panic selling and those sorts of things. And I think this was temporary. I don't think it's going to last forever. Of course, Jay Powell is talking today. It'll be at about 1:30 Central Time. I think a lot of that had to do with the Fed talking today. I'm going to get a little situated. A little bit better. Wait, I don't have to scream. But going into yesterday knowing that, it's kind of why, I was a little more privy to doing some puts. Not just that, I saw some weakness in the SPY hitting, and of course it hit the all-time high. And as I said, anytime it hits the all-time high, it typically gaps down the next day. And we did that. We only gapped down about $1 or so, but it gapped down. That's all that matters. So, currently down $2 from yesterday's close. Or give or take. So whatever our delta was on those stocks, let me look real quick. I actually have it on my phone. On those 388s that we made. Where's my TD? Let's see. Give you correct numbers. On the 388s, we had a $20 delta with it being down $2. It should be about $40 gain. And then we had the theta to account for, which was about $20. So we'll see where those land. But with markets pulling back the way they are, they could bounce back up before market opens. We have an hour before that occurs. And looking at the time frame, that's what it looks like is going to happen. Is that it's going to pull back up. With that being said, I want to watch these levels right here. Do I have my magnet on? Yes, I do. I want to see how it rebounds to the 395.26. That was previous support. I want to see if it acts as resistance going forward. 1 hour went red like I expected. 30-minute looking like it may do a EMA crossover. Potentially, or we'll call it a partial EMA crossover when the 13 drops below the 34 but pops off of the 55 like I was showing you guys yesterday in our Discord call. So it's like a fake breakout, something like these scenarios here. So actually looking into potentially doing some calls on it, but I'm a little reluctant on doing that due to the fact that Jay Powell will be speaking. After the last time Jay Powell spoke, the markets took a dump even further below our midterm trend that we were following. I'm not sure if you guys remember that, but I do, because I think I had puts on it that day. Anyways, QQQ is doing much worse as far as the fall. I expected it to hit about the 316s, 316.28 to be exact, and we're just a little bit above it. Now, we might be rounding off pre-market for the last hour, but I think once retail investors come in and they start seeing some of the stuff, they're going to kind of freak out. So we're at a -5 for today on the overall score for the markets, and that is, did I already share? There you go. Go ahead and share that to the Facebook group. Give me a second. Anyways, how's it going, Vulcan? I'm not sure if this is your first time here or not, but welcome to the group. It's a smaller group that gets together every morning. We look over the markets and basically see what's going to happen for the day and how we can utilize, whether it's going to swing up or down. And we're currently doing a small account challenge, and we're kind of reviewing some of those trades we made yesterday. So for the most part, that's what we will be talking about going into the morning. I will be tracking the markets. Like I said, we're in a negative overall, a -5 overall market. So what I want to see is if this is going to be a panic sell. Is exactly what I wanted to see, was the VIX being up a little bit. We can look at that a little more closely. And that's the volatility index for the S&P 500. As you've seen, it rebounded right back above those $20 levels. What's up, Steven? Thank you for joining us. It looks like my my viewer count is offset. So if there's anybody else in here that I'm not calling out, feel free to hop in the chat and let me know. So I can, give you a shout out for joining us this morning. And I'm also keeping track of who is constantly with us. But moving forward, though, looking at the SPY, like I said, it can round off just a little bit back to that 395.26 level going into the morning. But I think people might freak out today because of the markets pulling back. QQQ more so than anything, and that's your more bigger tech stocks and stuff like that. And so it's another further rotation out of those. And I think that's going to really weigh down on investor sentiment moving into today. So we might see some continued pullback on market open, but be ready to sell those puts that we bought yesterday. Short-term puts, of course. We weren't expecting the markets to continue to go down forever. We weren't alluding to any type of crash, just to be clear. It was just a momentum loss that we were paying attention to. We ended up buying the SPY first thing yesterday morning. And I ended up buying QQQ puts about midday when it hit around 323. It's currently sitting at 317, so I'm down $6. I make about $56 every dollar it goes down. It was about 320 when it closed yesterday, so I made about another 150 off those put options. And then I make $164 on the SPY for every dollar it goes down, and it closed right around 96 or 396.50. Currently down about $2. So I'll make somewhat about what $320 right there, just opening up in the market. So we're looking at $500-600 starting today. I am glad we decided to hold. This will put me closer to my 4K challenge for myself for the rest of the week, as I'm working to recover my own account. But this will also show you guys what I've been talking about in our small account challenge, how we can utilize stocks to hedge the markets on downturns like these. And like Steven just said, he's down like 800 this morning. So, you know, he could have stuck some of his money in put options, and he could have accounted for some of that loss. That'll being able to hedge and leverage your account using options gives you the opportunity to minimize loss per day and allow for those stocks that are down to settle in these downturns like this. And then you can use the profits that you take off these put options and dump them back into the stocks that you are holding to begin with. So that's really what I'm doing, is using the markets to collect free funds to essentially get free shares and things that I like long term. Something else we will be doing in Coffee and Stocks is I will be setting up a scanner to identify stocks that are up 100% and experiencing a potential downturn on momentum loss. So with that being said, I'll be setting that scanner up as we talk. It's just a flip of a switch for me. So give me a second, I'll set that up and we'll have a gander at those. I think let me do some adjustments there, but you know, just watching the SPY right now, see if it's going to recover at all. I expect it to. Less than 1, and then yeah, that should be right. Let's see how that works. Anyways, I'll let you guys know once I have that done. We can look at, let me see if I have my market watch list up for you guys so we can see what liquidity is moving through the stocks this morning. That might help you identify some things that'll keep moving even if the markets pull back a little bit. Is why I want to do that. So let me pull that up for you all as well. Started a little bit earlier this morning so we can get a head start and what's going on with these pullbacks and stuff of that nature. Looks like I need to refresh some of this stuff up top there. And so what I'm going to look at is my liquidity stock scanner. Let's see what pops up here. Of course, AMC seeing about 1.6 billion in transactions pre-market. Forward seeing about the same. You have AAL, which is seeing about 1.1 billion in transactions, and SSY, which is also seeing 1.8 or about 0.8 billion. What I want to point out to you is just because we're seeing all that liquidity, you have to see that it's actually going red, so not a good thing. Yeah, I'm actually Justin, your statement, I want Powell to make our puts in the money today. I'm actually expecting him to walk on glass, right? So after the last time he spoke, he was being realistic. I mean, interest rates go up with the markets as we rebound. So as the country's opening back up, whether it's, you know, you can have the argument of whether it's opening back up too soon or not, regardless it is, you're going to see interest rates pick up. And interest rates are going to weigh down on these tech stocks that only go up. Because it was like a free-for-all. I mean, you could throw money at something and it just take off. And, you know, I think pullbacks and corrections like this are to come. I don't think it's going to be a large dropout in the markets. I'm not ever going to allude to that unless I just see the signals, which are on like my daily, weekly, and monthly charts. But I feel like the corrections are proper in order for the economy to catch up. Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you, Jeff. We're doing our stream in the Discord so people can hop on the call with us on this specifically, and have the ability to join the chat now in our live stream. So if you haven't already, we have our Discord in the description below. Hop on our Discord, hop in our voice chat, and feel free to join the conversation. Ask any questions you may have. Make any suggestions. I'm not a guru or anything like that. I just know how to make money. So I'm more than open for anybody else hopping on the call. I just opened that call. Jeff, I think somebody just hopped in on there with us. Yep, looks like he's on there. And let me share my screen for you too so you can see it real time. Some people that are loyal to our community prefer to use the Discord, and that's fine. You know, I have no problem with that. I should be sharing my screen. If you can confirm, you can see it. You don't necessarily have to be on the YouTube channel to watch. This is basically for any newcomers and stuff.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. Thank you for letting me know that. Let me pull your volume down just a little bit. All right. If you could you just say something real quick so I can mic check that volume?
Is that better?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure it's leveled out and it's not spiking and blasting speakers. Well, there's not a lot of good news out right now. So how much more good news could you have above a $2.9 trillion stimulus package? I really don't see. I mean, outside of states already opening up, which is, I think, priced into the markets, vaccines being pushed out, and the timeline being met that was set from the last administration and being held up by this administration, I must say. Regardless of who is president, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as the people are taken care of, that should be the sole, sole mission here. Anyways, not to get into that. I really don't know how much more good news you can get out of these markets and the economy. It's not in the best shape. It has some recovery that needs to occur still to this day. And that's just what it is. It's reality, man. So all we can do in the meantime is figure out how we can optimize on money during the waiting process. And that's what we're focused on here with our small account challenges, allowing you guys to learn how to utilize our options in order to capitalize on these market swings properly, and in order to continue saving some of your losses at the same time, I guess you can say. Let me go back to my stream on Discord real quick, and I want to do screens instead of just one thing so you guys can see whatever I'm looking at. So anyways, looking at the QQQ, it's bouncing back up 317.50. The SPY's back up close to 395, which is fine. I want to look at the coffee and stocks watch list that we have. They performed terribly yesterday. They're for the most part in the red. Let me mute that chat real quick so you guys aren't getting interference from that. I'm gonna mute it for an hour. You can scoop up those QQQ and SPY shares if you want, but me, I only play for stocks since now on. Okay, and that's fine. The SPY and QQQ is a waste of my time. I don't have time to do scalps either. We go big or go home. Well, you do that. That's fine. Like, I'm not sitting here. I don't understand why we got to sit here and criticize other people's trading strategies. Like, the whole point of the community is to come together. So if that's not your mission, then you don't belong here. That's all I'll say. Anyways, especially if you're trying to discredit what I'm trying to show people. I'm starting to get real irritated with some things, and I'm trying to stay and keep my composure, which I'm pretty good at doing, but for the most part, like, I don't have time for the BS. Looking at Pfizer, we finally saw some reversal on it on the daily, which I actually had ideas that this was going to go to $29 based on the downtrend channel that it was in. It's since then bounced off that 32.86. I said if it broke below the 32.86, then it was going to drop to the 29.99. From there, it's actually bounced up. We're back at the 35.82. The stock needs to get above those levels. Of course, they're doing a lot of great things over there. I've been keeping up with them in the news as far as the vaccine side of things. That's not the only thing they work on. They have a lot of stuff. It is doing well compared to the market rag. Yes, and that's what you want to look for too, Jeff, and I agree with you. You want to find stocks that are strong through a downturn. So that when the uptrend comes, of course, common sense, it's going to ride even higher. And a lot of these market corrections are allowing us to buy a lot of these things cheap. So I don't see what the panic's about, or, frustration that the market's down, unless you're just capped out on your free capital to buy anything, and then that makes a difference, and then you got to dump more money into your account, and then you got to, so on and so forth. So not to get too far into that, but I like the fact that some of these things that have been outrunning the markets are pulling back because they are valuable companies. I'm not de-justifying why they should or shouldn't be running. I'm just glad I'm able to buy them at fair prices instead of some outrageous number, just because they're being pumped. And that's one thing we don't do here. We don't pump stocks. We focus on what's in front of us and keep moving forward. To look at Tesla, it's down to 650. So guess what? EV plays going to be down right alongside it, which really concerns me because I'm holding heavy on RMO. My timeline is shortening by the day. I have about 14 days. Tim for president. RMO down $1, losing some momentum on the 1 hour, which is very concerning. Oversold on the 1 hour. I want to see it rebound off the bottom, but it might do a double dip and break down from here. So might go ahead and hop out of this, guys, just to secure. I mean, I could stay in it and capture some of these on the bottom. Those warrants will be a lot cheaper. And then my equity stakes will be a lot cheaper. I can buy some options on the bottom, but I want to see where Tesla's going to go first and foremost before I make any of those decisions. That way I make sure I'm buying it at the cheapest rate that I can. Are EVs cooling off since they were hot last year? Yes, they are. Everything's cooling off in the tech industry because people were just plugging money into them. It was bringing the entire market up. And then you had people pumping the markets up to show strength in the economy when they're like three out of 5 black businesses closed. I was looking at the numbers of minorities that have closed. They don't even show the numbers of other Americans, I guess you can say. How many of their businesses closed? But there's only one report that I've found so far, and it's a minority report. And it's ridiculous if you look up the numbers. I advise doing that. And then you can see the real state of the country, in my opinion. Being a mixed person, I am very bipartisan and bipartial. So, anyways, it was in a terrible state. I as a business owner, I ran my bank account clean to pay my employees throughout the pandemic and make sure that they were taken care of as long as possible, which is ultimately why we shut down. There's more reasons to it why we shut down our business in December, but I started up a new one. I'll do it all over again. So be it. But point being is, not to get into all that, is the fact that the economy is not matching up to the markets, and I think everybody is aware of that. And unless you just really assume and follow the theory that the economy is doing so great. East Coast versus West Coast tug of war. What are we talking about with that, Jeff? Are you talking about the tug of war from yesterday? Because it looks like I'm winning a little bit there, buddy. So far. Gotcha. Well, eventually I'm just going to take what I win and just call it a day. Like I keep saying, I'm not expecting these things to continue to die forever. Let's see where the SPY is right now. It's actually kind of pulling back off those EMAs. We spent a lot of time on a Discord call yesterday, and I'm glad we had the opportunity to do so with some of our members that are participating in the small account challenge to really go through what these indicators you're looking at are for and how the stock price works with them and against them, and how we can kind of see our momentum loss and momentum gains and swings and stuff of that nature, reactions to news and stuff like that, where our key levels come into play. I think they announced that they were doing a U.S. Treasury 20-year bond auction yesterday, and the market shot up, but it hit our resistance level, like just things like that. And I'm really glad I took time aside to kind of help people out in that accord. That's what it's about for me. I can sit here, I can talk politics with you, I can sit here and talk life, but it's ultimately about helping you guys, grow as individuals in the markets. That's why I started Millennial Investments, because I was already building it in March, and then I saw a bunch of people hitting the market and just throwing money at a wall and expecting it to multiply. And it's not how it works in the stock market. And if anything, It's almost like you could possibly say that the last all-time high that the SPY hit was a bull trap. But I'm not going to go that far. I'm just going to be realistic. The markets are pulling back a little bit. Hit all-time highs. Like I said, the next day it typically gaps down. And we bought into put options at the peak of the all-time high. That's it. It's just a strategic play. It's not special. Anyways, who all we have in the YouTube? If you're not in our Facebook chat or on our Discord, I'm gonna be sharing my Facebook page in here. Let's see. Tim Burks 2392, and then the Discord's actually in the description of this video, but I'll be kind enough to make it easier on you to get there. And share the link. Now, to continue moving forward though, I want to go down the list of coffee.
Yeah, I'll be in the Discord chat today.
Say what?
I said I'll be in the Discord chat today. I won't be on YouTube. It's easier on my phone.
Yeah, that's understood. And that's why we're kind of doing it that way too. And also y'all can ask questions in real time, like I said. So SPY is bouncing off of that 13 EMA, which is why I use it. And what I expect to watch when I start seeing these MACDs round off, it's going to do a RSI double dip. I want to see where the overall markets is. I'm ready for 8:30 to get here, so I can go ahead and capture my gains at least. Still down -5 overall on the markets. U.S. equities have been down about 0.5% overall since yesterday morning around the same time. SPY is currently down about 0.5%, so it's not anything terrible. And I'm not alluding to the fact that it is. The VIX is only up 3.89%. It just crossed back up above $20 this morning. Hasn't been below $20 since March 2020. So it bumped up above $20 because of the March crash, and it's been riding below that above that since. But it finally broke below it. So that basically is showing volatility and has something to do in measuring investor sentiment. And excuse me. Ooh. I think it's doing pretty well. So when did I track that? At 7:16. So at 8:16 I'll track it again. But you know, ever since I tracked it at 7:16, we're already seeing U.S. equities kind of pick back up. The SPY is still pulling back down. I can refresh this and it'll kind of update that a little bit for us. Yeah, so going green a little bit. VIX is up 4% overall. Down about 0.5% since I tracked it at 7:16. So we're kind of leveling out a little bit. Like I said, I'm not alluding to some large crash until the crash happens. I mean, I'm not going to say that I can predict when that's going to happen. I'm not going to try to be a forecaster on it. I typically don't even like forecasting anything. I just try to trade what's in front of me and focus on that. If we look at this though, this is something that's standing out to me, is this channel that QQQ has been trading in. This is on a shorter time frame, of course, and let me see how I'm going to do this. Probably something like that. And I'm going to clone that so I can identify the channel. Once I identify the channel, it'll give us like a clear picture of where we're currently sitting and what we can expect. So if we're looking at it from that standpoint, we're only just a little bit below that channel, and it brings strong support to this 316.28 level. I said we were going to 316 yesterday. We've made it there. I'm gonna get out most likely, depending on how the market's open. It might you have to try to think like an you know. I'm not saying I'm not a retail investor. I don't use retail investing platforms. I use Thinkorswim. I feel like I'm an investor and trader. I'm not some Wall Street trader. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. Please refer to your financial advisor under your own discretion of these moves. Anyways, with that being out of the way, I'm just somebody that feels like we're going to hit support right here at the 316.28. I'll get out and probably do some calls to get it back into this channel and ride the wave back up to the upside, which new resistance level around 324. So I know I have a $7 to $8 spread that I can capture some gains on. I could buy some in the money options on that and be good. Let it run, and then use the money that I captured from this downfall, of course, to trade elsewhere. So that's our current channel. I want to see how it reacts to it. I could, adjust this. I typically don't do channels like this a lot because you're always having to adjust them. I mean, I'm already having to do it now. So, but for the most part, I think that's what we're kind of looking at. Something like that. So I think we're going to hit that support level at 316 unless J Powell says something stupid. And Steven actually brought up a great point. I think it was Steven in the Facebook chat. It's whether or not J Powell is actually on Biden's side or not, and if he's purposely doing this to kill the markets for him. I'm not going to get into that whole conversation because I don't have time to, but it's a good point. Now, last time J Powell spoke, it could have been all of a mistake and all that stuff, but whatever. There is something I want to point out on the 4 hour, though, just staying realistic and what's in front of us, is if you're looking at these EMAs, right? We saw this yesterday. It's called a fake out, where you think it's going to break out, but it's not. The EMA is going partially green, like I said. That's what I'm going to start calling it. As soon as that 34 taps that 55, we could go down. Now, in light of everyone that is hoping the stock market continues to push up in order for them to gain off the holds that they're getting, you want to find support on QQQ for any stocks that are listed in the NASDAQ around the 316.28. Bounce back up into that channel. We might break through 324 and go to like 370.27. At the top end of this channel here. That's what you want to see. And I hope to see that. I'll be winning with you guys on the way back up, mind you. But if this is a fake out, like I expect, then we're potentially looking at something, and I only expect that because of what my EMA crossover analysis is telling me. Then we can expect something, headed back down to the 300s. Now, I haven't even looked at this on the daily. And on the daily, it tells a different picture. It tells us that this is a fake out to the downside. And with it being above the EMAs, we could definitely break back out to the all-time highs on the NASDAQ. It's riding above that 13 EMA currently. The last jump that it did on the week. So, there's a lot of things still showing signs of a bull market. But the bull market was ran so high that I've been saying this for a while, that it's created a glass floor that we could easily break below. Now, on the 1 hour, it feeds into the 4 hour pullback thesis, potential pullback thesis. Don't mark my words, but we're trading below the EMAs, and this is where I feel like my options play the best, is really on the 1 hour. So I'm going to see if we're able to bounce off of that 316, and I'm going to watch that bottom 55 EMA. I'm going to see if the 13 comes down to the 55 at all. And by that time, we should be down here at the 313s if it does. So if not, maybe the 13 will hit the 34 and we'll see that fake breakout. Or it'll hit the 55 and it's a fake breakout. We need the 34 to hit the 55 to confirm that it's a breakdown. So I'm not alluding to that, this is, once again, that this is going down just yet. I want to see how the market opens. We have about 45 minutes, and I'm ready for it to open so I can capture my gains from yesterday at least. It looks like the QQQ is currently trading at 1705, which I'm fine with. It's riding right above this longer term trend. I believe that's what that line is there. Or no, that's the channel. So on the 1 minute, it looks pretty good. Pretty healthy. I think we met our bottom, guys, and people that are in the small account challenge with us. So get ready to capture whatever gains we've made off of it and be satisfied with that. And then we move forward with our next call, or our next option rather than a call. I'm not going to say call because I actually expected us to do yesterday was ride a short-term swing to the downside and then bounce back to the upside. I'm going to point out this little channel here as well. So we could do a reversal option play, make money on the downswing, money back on the upside. Didn't happen at all. And with the SPY being, we were playing the SPY yesterday. With it being so high, it's hard to be comfortable with doing calls in it. So I could see this, if it's going to stick true to this shorter term, we're going to call the green channel here, the shorter term downtrend within a midterm uptrend, which is the blue lines. If it sticks true to that and it rides a support level up, you could see a rebound off of maybe, I don't know, it could be between the 318, 319, 320 and potentially bounce down. But we would want to find support on this long term and break out of this. I think the next time it hits this level, though, on a triple top, it'll break out. So, and I'm being optimistic as much as possible. But we're currently below those levels. I want to see how market opens, and that'll, you know, tell the story more for us. The SPY is still trading around 394.65. I expected it to find support around the 394.50. I said if it broke below it and stayed below it, couldn't find support around those levels, then we would be going down to 392. I want to be precise in what number I provide right there. And this is not going to be hard to obtain due to panic selling going on in market open. So next level I'm watching is 392.48 to be precise, which is $2 down. And that plays back into this level of resistance we hit before, and actually kind of found some choppy support, but ultimately some support again later on. So, and that's fine. It'll be a head and shoulders to the upside, which means this could actually pull down once the right shoulder is done. But that's a little bit down the road. You know, it looks about, 3-4 days out maybe. It's Wednesday, so we only have 2 more days left in the week. We can go into the weekend. The markets can get some good news pop in and gap back up next week and break us out of that head and shoulders that is potentially forming. And it looks like it does. And if it does, then it justifies the 391 to 392 levels that we're looking at potentially hitting. So ultimately, though, I'm just glad we as a team yesterday decided to hold because we're holding these things at cheap levels, and we'll be good to go. So another example of a head and shoulders possibly forming here. I would be very careful with it. A head and shoulders typically looks like something like this. So you have this right here where it's bouncing, right? And then it comes down. I already have my zigzags in there. I'll use those. And then it came down, bounced up again, came down. It might bounce back up to about right to 27.64 and then break back down potentially. Or it could break out. Just be careful around the those levels I just talked about. And this is on the 10-minute too, so I like to look at it from the longer time frame, see what our actual spread is. Looks like we have some strong resistance at the 29.11, if anything, and then some additional resistance I would pay attention to right there about the 27.26, which actually feeds back into my head and shoulders theory even more on the 10-minute that we just saw. And I'll go back to that time frame real quick. Look at that. Boom. Shoulder. Breakdown. Support. I don't think it's going to go below that. Unless the momentum is just too strong to the downside. Of course, we have these indicators in here. We can actually watch that. What is this? The Kimmer's company? I guess that's how you say that. Let me do some analysis on them too. I'm not just going to speak out the side of my head, out of the side of my mouth about it without knowing what I'm looking at. So, doing good as a business. Up 123% EPS growth year over year. Up 121% net profit margins year over year. That includes actually 2020. A lot of these companies haven't finished their Q4 full report for the year earnings call. So sometimes we don't even see the 2020 filled in. Another thing that I want to point out about EPS growth is that it actually went positive in 2020, which says a lot about the company. The fact that they were able to still allow their earnings per share to go positive in the middle of a pandemic, it's a strong signal. So not a lot of people were doing it. Free cash flow per share is up 777 1%. Return on equity is 120%. I mean, phenomenal numbers. And this company right here is a provider of performance chemicals. The company provides a range of industrial and specialty chemical products for markets including plastics, coatings, refrigeration and air conditioning, general industrial, electronics, mining, and oil refining. So has a lot of a large market share, or that it has access to. That's good. Um, if you look at, if you take a square, and I don't know, I learned this in business school. You take a square, you have your question marks, your underdogs, your stars, and your cash cows. With them having a spread like this, whatever's performing the best will be in the stars. Whatever's performing the worst will be their cash, not the worst. Whatever's maturing, reached max growth but still most profitable will be their cow. And then your underdogs are has large potential but low income, and then your question marks is neither of the two. You take, it's a rotation of liquidity. You take your money from your cash cows to support your stars, while your stars support your underdogs, and then you can also use any leftover money to support the question marks, and you rotate that through the life cycle of business. And so having a spread like this is why the only reason I'm going in depth in that is because having a spread like this is key. So like you can do good in one segment and bad in another, but you can compensate. So just to keep moving forward though, one thing that I've been paying a very large attention to with these companies and their fundamentals is their market capitalization versus their common equity ratio. Typically you want to see this above a 1. They are currently at a 5.0288. Their 5-year average is a 13. So that means their investment sentiment over a 5-year average is actually much higher than where it's at now, but it's still positive. Looking at their current revenue, though, it's down about 8 basis points, give or take 7.3 basis points on the 5-year compared to the current. It's a $4.3 billion company. They have 165 million shares on the market. Dividend payout per share is 75%. It's almost 3 times their 5-year average. That's nice. Dividend yield, excuse me, is 4%. Excuse me, correction. But so price earnings ratio is 20, up 7 basis points above 5-year. Just to look at the fundamentals, it's a great company. That's what I'm saying. I want to see if they have any news now. I'm going to start doing this a lot more, by the way, where we actually go in depth on the DD of the company a little bit longer. So somebody actually suggested that I spend only 1 or 2 minutes on certain stocks, but if you really want to know about these things, or really want to provide you with all I can before you make your investment decision based on any information I share with you, please be sure to know I am not a financial advisor, and that you make your trades based on your own discretion. But looking at Kimmer's company outlook, positive from negative on improved metrics and strong recovery prospects, leads into the fact that they perform well through the pandemic. I'm just seeing what they have, a bunch of projects, or a project coming up in Kentucky. They have a $28 price target, maintains neutral rating by JP Morgan, $38 price target by BMO Capital. Morgan Stanley said they're going to $30. So let's ultimately look real quick. Let's see some people hopping off. Let's see. Yeah, we only have a few people in here now. That's fine. Anyways, looking at how these prices have reacted to these levels is key. Before, and it's been since about 2019 since it's traded above those levels, and actually these levels were support before. So the fact that it's finding support here, it's easy to say that this could go to $41. That $38 price target that I think it was Morgan Stanley gave it is pretty on point. And now you can kind of see how they look at that. Is they look back at where and how these stocks have traded at these price levels, and that's how they kind of come up with their. Now, of course, they go in more depth. I'm not going to say this is that simple, but kind of gives you an idea to justify how they're doing that. So that's how I'm doing it, at least. So I'd look for this to hit about $40 top long term, though. It's going to take some time. As you can see, it almost took 3 months or so after it hit this support level. and made those levels. It was from beginning of 2019 till May. So, and it's kind of funny that it's at these levels again, beginning of 2020. So you can see this at least hitting those levels probably about June, July, August, maybe, or something like that. Just pay attention to it, J-Dub. Anyways, I was gonna do my scanner on breakout stocks that are up 100%. So let me do that real quick. Let me see something. What they talking about? Nothing. Okay. My email account, by the way, I wasn't talking about anybody specific. I want to look at stocks that are up 100%. That's funny. There are no stocks that were up 100%. Is that true? Let me take the stock price off here. Give me a second, guys. Let me take that off. Yeah, there was no stocks up 100% yesterday. It's got to be a lie. And of course, I'm scanning for OTC, no OTC stocks, only optionable stocks excluding OTC. So that's why it's looking like that. But anyways, moving forward, I guess that won't be happening today. I guess we could look at stocks that are overbought, but market's gonna pull that down. Looking back at the SPY though, while we have a second, it's down about $1.20, so give or take. Looks like we might be having some momentum loss, because it's hitting that bottom EMA on the 5-minute there, as you can see to the top left. To the top right, I have my 30-minute. To the bottom left, I have my 1 hour, and to the bottom right, I have my 4 hour. This kind of gives me a better forecast going into the day of what to expect. All in potential downtrends. Like I said, I wanted to see that if we were going to hold our puts any longer, we needed the SPY EMA crossover to occur on the 1 hour, which is right here. I'll blow that up for you so you can get a clear view. We're trading below that 34 EMA. Couldn't find support there. I want to see how it tests that 393.80s, which justifies the potential for 392. If it breaks below that, then I'm definitely sure we're going to 392. We can hold those spot puts for a little bit longer. Of course, like I said, this morning's going to tell the story of how the rest of the day is going to go. People are going to continue freaking out because Jay Powell is talking today, so on and so forth. We're about 23 minutes out from, or 33 minutes out from market open, and I'm getting a little anxious, ready to capture some of my winnings, if that's the case. So, U.S. equities have pulled back just slightly from 716. Still down, though, for the most part today. Not really jumping. Only thing that's green today is Dow Jones. S&P looks like it's down 0.3%. NASDAQ up, down about 1.707, excuse me. And then Russell down about 0.45. Typically, when you see the international equities doing bad, you can expect the U.S. economy to follow suit. Just a standard analysis to use, not something definite. Anyways, the VIX is up 3.33. I want to see where it's sitting at. I know we were going to look at our coffee and stocks to see how those are doing as well. It looks like it's just me and you, Jeff, in this. So if you want to talk about anything, feel free to hop on the call. Somebody just joined back in. It was Justin. All right, cool. So if y'all have any stocks you want to talk about, let me know. Anybody in the YouTube chat? I haven't been watching the Facebook stream. I'm sorry. Let me make sure there's nobody there. Yeah. Nobody's jumping in on the Facebook. Might as well not do it. I'll keep doing it. Whatever. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Like we talked about yesterday, I really don't want this. Why are you always scrolling, scowling in your thumbnail pics? What? What is this dude talking about?
I don't know. I thought you looked happy in your thumbnails.
Is he being funny? See, this is why I don't have time for that shit. Anyways, excuse my French. All right, we still got Steve here. Cool. Yeah, I thought it was a smile. Whatever. Anyways, you think I got time for that? I'm making money. Moving forward, QQQ. Let's see how that thing's doing. Thank you, by the way, Jeff. I told you how I felt about all that already, so I'm not gonna give it too much more attention. I'm watching the NASDAQ, the QQQ. Looks like we might be bottoming out here. But what I'm watching for is that support. You see how I touched that 55 EMA and found a slight support, and now it's resistance again. So, what's up, Reg? Cool. Just want to know who's here. And you know what? If it's just us, that's fine with me, bro. In the words of Rick James, cocaine is hell of a drug. Yes, it is, bro. Yes, it is. But I'm not going to comment on that. DPW, let's talk about it. All right. Let's talk about it. The fact, oh, ma. 337. What is it doing? What are we doing? Looks like an EMA crossover coming in on it. Watch out, bro. This could come down some more. I'm just saying it is oversold, so you might rebound off this bottom. Volume weighted MACD showing pre-market volume kind of lowering on those selling there. Making sure my daughter wasn't awake. Anyways, yeah, it needs to do something better, man. That makes me wonder. Looks like an angry face. Oh, he's talking about on the live stream. I didn't even know you were here. Oh, okay. To be honest with you, if it looks like I'm scowling, it's because I have a bright ass light in my face, so it's not so dark. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll only have my second cup of coffee. I've been up since I was up till like 2 o'clock last night working. So, anyways, moving forward though, DPW needs to give me my money back. Broke a long-term trend I've been following all the way since March 5th, though, to be realistic and keep pushing forward. Looks like it was doing a EMA crossover, but got rejected once again while I use these things so well. They work so well, excuse me. It was going green there. That's why I bought my calls into it, and it's just broken down since. You might be able to buy this a little cheaper if you're interested in holding it long-term. At this point, though, I'm looking more into like Riot. Focus. Oh, he just made an emoji out of my thumbnails from my videos. He says I look too serious when I'm looking at the. I'm focused, man. Whatever. Anyways, I'm liking Riot long term. Me and Dylan from Discord were looking at this yesterday a little bit after the market closed. You have Mara you can get into, strong companies. Riot actually showing some great numbers in their mining performance. But as you can see, we might have an partial pullback. Partial being that the EMAs might not go red. If they do go red, then this could actually go back down to about $26. So you can buy this $10 less than where it's at now and hold it long term. For people that may have missed out on the opportunity from the last Gene. Nah, just focus, man. For one, like I told you guys before, like I'm not a YouTube person. Yeah, you are safe at 275, I would say. I just saw your message, Steve. And to look at it, I would say watch out for, as far as support goes, is right about where you bought into it. So 262 is support there, so watch for that as well. And then you have 290. That's a buy zone. 262 to 290, I would call a buy zone on DPW. What was I looking at? I don't even know what I was looking at now. Everybody was in SNDL. I wanna go ahead and look at this with you guys. I was looking at Mara last, but earnings is today. I believe it's today. What time is it at? Does it tell me on here? Doesn't tell me. Time. Does anybody know if earnings is pre-market, mid-market, after-market? I'm looking. I'm looking on the chart now to see. But if anybody wants to help me out by figuring that out, I can continue moving forward. Earnings is going to be aftermarket. So I would expect to look out for heavy selling on this going into the day. Of course, it could hit that 180 and bounce off of it and keep moving forward. Like I said, it needs support at least above the 136, man. It should have kept support above the 155. But it doesn't seem like it wants to do that for y'all whatsoever. As much as it breaks out, it looked like it tried to go to $2 yesterday. I was happy to see that by far. I was glad to see you guys making some gains off of that. I'm out of it myself right now, but the whole question is, did you capture the gains? You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. Did you capture the gains? A lot of people are holding this long term. Cool. Understand where you're coming from and where you're going with it. But this earnings report could do some damage. I'm looking at this chart, so that's why I kind of got stuck there. Oh man, we only got 24 minutes left. 24 minutes later, I'm still sitting here waiting. I want to see. OEG, it doesn't need to go below where it's at. And the reason I say that is because of this support right here. Boom. 503 potential buy-in on this. Buy zone would be right around here. Right there. 426 to 503. Churn area for you to hop into this if you're too late to the party. Potentially bounce back up to those 7s. Would love to see it actually bounce back up to around the 722s to be precise. So if you are looking at hopping in this, that's your midline to pay attention to. Your top line would be somewhere around here. Boom. 950.47. Still holding my put option. Yeah, I think we all held our put option from yesterday. I still have all. I think I spent like 1,100, 1,000 or 1,100 on my puts for the SPY. I wish I put it on the QQQ though. I will say that is one mistake I made. I should have did in split. Should have did them in half. But you know, you live, you learn. That's why we're doing this. That's why I'm doing it myself. Why I'm even participating in this. Why I wanted to do it is so that I can identify my own mistakes better by. I do that better by putting it in front of somebody else and looking like a jackass at the time. So it just helps my own way of growing. Anyways, OEG though needs to stay above 503. I'm not sure if you're in it now. Jado, are you holding put options on OEG, or are you talking about the SPY? That's what I need to know. Anyways, if you're looking at getting in an OEG though, like I said, buy zone between 422, 503. Let it play out. Looks like it might be trying to bounce on the 1 hour. It's currently oversold, which I think everything gapped down and probably will be sitting in the oversold status. The SPY is actually bouncing off that bottom 13 EMA on the 5-minute, and it's coming back down below 394.50 as we get closer to the market open and as we pass 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Central Time, that is, here. I'm looking at the scan, or the setup to see. We are actually going red on the 4 hour like I expected from yesterday. That's what I was alluding to. Is that there was going to be a gap down based on the 4 hour performance. 4 hour means a lot. If we're going red on MACD, if it's starting to gap down on the and I'll pull it up here so we can see it together. This is what I was alluding to yesterday. I'm not sure if my drawings are going to show up precisely how I had it, but on the 1 hour, we're already trading below the 34. We established that earlier. I want to find support above the 55. We're breaking down off of the support of the 13 EMA that we've been riding on since about March 9th. Actually, March 9th. This could pull back all the way to the 34, which is around the 392 level. And it has a lot of downside to it beyond that, of course. I don't think it's going to pull all the way down. I'm not alluding to once again, I'm not alluding to a large crash. As you can see, this is one example of where we saw the MACD coming down, but it was actually going up, so still push. I'm not saying that either, but I'm just trying to see what this is telling me, because it's very weird. It's like until the MACD and the signal actually went below the MACD graph is when it finally started going negative. So that's what I'll be watching for. It has peaked out on the 4 hour. That alluded to why I was doing puts yesterday, and has since came down. What? They're cleaning my streets again for... Oh, wow. That's amazing. Anyways. Somebody just hop in the call with us?
Bro.
Yeah. Who's that? Justin.
Justin.
Yeah, what's
Dude, I
up,
fucking
man?
crashed last night.
Huh? You crashed last night?
Yeah, I just woke up.
Dude, I passed out after we got off our day-long call. Like 10 minutes after I got off the call with you guys, I crashed, just sat on my couch, and apparently I passed out with my daughter, and I slept
I
for
didn't
like
realize I was
6.
that tired.
Yeah, right. And then I was up till like 2 because I took a nap. Like, ugh. But
This time we were still holding those.
Huh?
Still holding those puts.
Yes, we
I
are.
haven't seen-
And they're performing. They're down about $1, $2 or so. So we should get like $40 back, $20 after Theta burns. So still up. Not mad. Whatever. My other put. Are you holding QQQs? Are you the one that's holding QQQ puts with? Oh, well, then you're in the money with me there too as well. And which ones did you buy?
One just a sec.
Yeah, let me know. Same thing with the QQQ though. Back to that point. While he's doing that, and I'm waiting on his answer. It's a fake out, partial breakout, and alluding to the fact that this might pull back down, trading at those high levels on the MACD, RSI pretty high. I actually bought into it when the RSI tapped that top line 70. I gauged mine at the 75, or it should be set like that. I noticed this isn't. Anyways, it was oversold when I bought into it, or close to it. And expect this to consolidate pretty well. Potentially down to the 36. So I'm trying to see. We could come down to the 308s. I agree with what Jonathan was saying. We're looking at the 308s at least. But anyways, moving forward, I think we still have some headroom, basically, just or some headspace to the downside to capture more gains off of that those puts if we wanted to hold them. I know mine are pretty deep in the money now on my QQQs, which essentially says I can get out of RMO and not have to trade for the rest of the day while RMO breaks down on me terribly. RMO is down another $28 for me today, so I'm not that concerned. I can hold them a lot longer and actually buy more if I really wanted to, as far as equity shares and warrants. But I want to see what Tesla's going to do going into today. Let's see. What was I looking at? QQQs. So I bought yesterday. Did I buy in the money or out of the money? I bought 319s. They're 317, so I'm in the money. Cool. I can ride that all the way down, and I'm fine with it. But man, I'm really. I know I might be repeating myself, but I'm really getting anxious for the markets to open already, so I can see where I'm at and what I'm gonna do. Tracking the logs again. It's 8:14, so it's in my next hour. I'm gonna go ahead and track it, so we can keep track of where the markets are as far as where they were yesterday and where they are today. pretty much red outside for that market bounce we saw on the Discord call that we paid attention to, where it like jumped up from like 650, 316 or 396.50 to like 327.32 or something like that, and out of nowhere. I'm not sure if you guys remember that. I do, but overall though, the U.S. equities are still only down about 0.59% from yesterday morning, 0.55% from market open yesterday morning. So it's just a small correction. I'm not harping on this too much. The VIX did pull up near 6.5% since last night. About what is that? Is that 9:42 when I tracked it? I wanted to track them, see how they performed this morning. I was really worried that it wasn't going to get down there for a minute, but you know. I guess we can look at our coffee and stocks because I can't find anything on the scanner that was up more than 100%. Hell, up more than 34% for that matter. After looking at it, that's the max on the stock scan, or the percent change. We can look at liquidity stocks, AMC, still seeing. This is what's weird. It's been sitting around 1.6 billion this whole time. I find that odd. Somebody must have made a large transfer this morning. For the most part, AMC is only up 0.5%. Ford's down about 1.5%. AAL is down about 1.76%, and then SSY is actually down. Spent about 1.08 billion this morning. It's down 20%. So I don't even know if that's shortable. It'd be nice if it was. GE down about 0.5%. I think still a hold. FCell is down to $15 again. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see. I want to hold them. I want to see how much I made off FCell this year, real quick. And if I'm even profitable on them, but I think I did pretty well. Yeah. I could throw like 300 at it.
You're asking QQQ?
Huh?
My put on QQQ?
Yeah.
26 March, 301.
What was the strike?
301.
301? Okay. Well, not that bad. You'll be what, $16 out of the money? If it goes 308, it'll come down another $8 on you. What's your theta on it? Da-ba-dee, da-ba-da, da-ba-dee, da-ba-da. When I made my first million, I was after the big game, but it took way too longer than it was supposed to. Doing how I am doing it now, it's easy. It's easier to get rich pulling small fish than waiting for large fish. Yeah. Consistency is king.
1783.
1783. You're already down with $60. So, how much you pay for the contract overall? Oh man, this is something I haven't seen in a while. U.S. housing starts have slumped more than 10% in February. U.S. housing market was actually performing the entire pandemic because of interest rates coming down. Now that interest rates are going up, on
Yeah, my
down.
house in Missouri goes on the market in June.
Say what?
Selling my house in Missouri.
You are selling your house in Missouri?
Mm-hmm.
I just refinanced my house once interest rates hit like 2.75. Win.
Yeah.
So, what's up, Johnny? How you doing, man? Is Johnny Blue Base Johnny from our Discord channel? Am I right? Like, I know he has like 3 different usernames, so it's kind of hard to keep up with people. That's why it's hard to keep up with people. I see we got like 8 people in here. Show some love in the chat, man. Who's in here? Good morning, everyone. What's going on? Who we got? Roll call. I wish I had
Morning.
that. Who's that? Jeff. I know we got Jeff in the Discord call. We got Justin and Justin, I believe. Who we got in here? Johnny, we're on the Discord call. Yeah, show some love, man. Share the channel. We got 9 people in here. Share it. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. Somewhere. Show some support. That's all I ask. That's all I ask of you for me sitting here every morning at 7 o'clock. Coffee and Stocks. Feel free to join us. If you're new here, I'll add my Facebook and my Discord. You can actually hop on the live stream with us via Discord call now. And ask questions. J-Dub. Oh, man. Let's keep it clean, bro. Keep it clean. Professional. Please. This is broadcasted to the public. Let's see who else. I got my Discord. I got my Facebook on there. Hit me up, guys. Join the community. If you're new here, welcome. We're just going over some stocks. I'm going to go down the coffee and stocks list finally now. I know I've been saying that for the last hour. But we keep going on these tyrants and rants on other stuff. Let's see. My computer's starting to do that thing again. Close some of this stuff out, man. Can't get rid of the Pandora, bruh. Here, let me close these out. That's what I'll do. People hopping out of the Discord call or hopping in.
It took so long to find this stuff.
Huh?
The price was 103 for QQQ.
103?
Yeah.
You should be up about, what, $50? So that's 50%? Because you bought it when I bought it, right? Did you buy it when it was at like 323 or something like that?
No, I got it right here, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you still should be up about $50. Of course, you got to account for your theta too, so I don't know what that is on there. All right, we should see some ease on my processor now. I'm telling you, I'm killing this PC. It's an older one too, though, so I don't expect it to be the best in the world. I need to get a new one. Looking at it, let's see what our worst performers were yesterday. We might be able to find some opportunities in those, if anything. PYR was down 4%. Oh, no, this is not in order. I can already tell. BGI is still doing his thing. I'm not sure if O'Shea's on here with us. That was a great call on your part, man. I'll give you applause. XELA, I was watching this one, and I told people to watch out for it. It's down about 20% now. Broke below $4. Needed to find some support, actually, above the $4.95 due to longer-term support levels. That's why that's there. Was not able to do that. Has since broke down. But good thing it did find some support right near its previous resistance levels. So it may have pulled down even further, though, due to the market pullbacks. Of course, it kind of gapped down about 30 cents, it looks like, off the top of my head. CAN has been performing through all of these market rotations, and it's probably about to be a little bit cheaper for you to get into this. I would hope to find an entry myself. I'm not sure what the options on it is. Around the 26.61 is what I'll be watching. Honestly, a little bit lower than that. To be realistic, right around the 25.87 and the 22.82. Great buy zone for this one. Of course, we could blow through that if the markets do break down further, more than where they're at now. But I just like this long-term trend. I'm about to point out about it real quick, and then I'll go on to the next one. But I've been watching it. I've been watching her. And it looks something like this.
I think the Mara premiums are cheaper than the can.
Really? Thank you for that info. That's why we're doing this like this now. And you are correct, buddy. I can see that now. I'm looking now. Actually, CAN doesn't even have... They only have monthlies. They have a monthly for March, monthly for April. Am I looking at the right one? Yeah. And some for July outright. Oh, it seems like it populated later. I'm sorry. So they only have monthlies. They don't even have weeklies. It looks like once you get past getting to April, you're starting to pay like $800 for end of money costs. And these March ones are about to close in 2 days anyway. So You'll see those pickups. So let me compare the monthlies on them. But thank you. I appreciate that. Mara is doing very well. Of course, Bitcoin pulled back. We need to look at that in a minute. Mara monthly. Yeah. They're about roughly the same if you're looking at monthly options. Mara has weeklies versus CAN or can not. But you're still paying about $1,500 for June calls on Mara. You make about $71 a move though, so this definitely has some movement to it. Nice spreads. But basically, me and Dylan were talking yesterday, and he was like, "Man, you just need to buy you some, if you can and have the money, buy you some, ride calls into next year or a longer term. That way, you don't have to worry about the volatility of Bitcoin going up and down and stuff of that nature." And I pretty much agree with that. Support level being around 27.58. Let me correct it a little bit to be a little more precise. It's right there at the 29.08. So we can see this pull back about $7 if it cannot stay above the 39 there. 74, which it hasn't. You might find some great entries into it. It looks like we're going to be in an EMA crossover to the downside, but it could be a fake out, so we could find the momentum to come back above. Gap down, of course. Earnings was yesterday, so probably a result of that. Loss in momentum. Something I'm looking at in shorter term time frames are that right there, and it broke down a little bit. Well, let me correct that. Let's do it where it stopped. So there you go. Right there, longer term support. We could see this bounce back to the upside, retest those $40 levels, $49 for the most part at the top end, and then the 43, 48s. So definitely something to watch. OEG already identified where to hop into that. LKCO was down 11% yesterday. Might be a potential for entry. I'm not sure if it gapped down much. It looks like it's holding strong support above that 136 that I identified from the other day. That actually played support before. So this could catalyst into the 221s and break through with momentum to the 281s if it does. TLRY back below $30 for the most part. I think these stocks will continue pushing a little bit higher and higher and higher as we continue to see more and more states approve legalization. 3 minutes to market open. I've been waiting all morning for it. 394.60 on the SPY right now. Hasn't moved much of anything. I want to go ahead and start focusing on these things. We'll look at the SPY real quick, the QQQ real quick. SPY, like I said, sitting at 394.61. QQQ sitting at, let us see, 317.50, right above the EMA. So we'll see what happens with market opening. And if this gets destroyed, I'm actually gonna have my finger on the trigger in case I need to pull out. Guys that's joining us with the small account challenge, be ready to go as well. 5-minute warning. Thank you for that, Steve. Who all we got in here, man? I see 7 people in here, but only like 3 or 4, or it might be 7 commenting. I don't know. It just looks like the numbers aren't right. Yeah, it does. That just means it's a sector move all together. Steve, as far as a pullback. So, what am I looking for? What was I gonna do next? BTC, USD. I want to see where the US 10-year is going into the day. They have auctions coming up. I'm gonna do I'm really gonna start focusing on more information as far as economic calendars and news in our coffee and stock sessions as we go into day to day. I think that'll be privy to what we need to see a little bit more, and then we'll hop in our Discord call, in and out of that call throughout the day with updates on the small account challenge. I want to see where Tesla is real quick. BTC sitting at 553.110 or 10. Looks like we might have found some support for Tesla at the 654.32 precisely. So we might see some pullbacks going into the market on EVs this morning, because due to the entire market pulling back in itself. Tesla is very oversold right now on the 1 hour. That might be a catalyst to send this back through the roof, back above the 700s. That's why I try to tell people exactly why rich stay rich and keep getting richer. So I might be looking at some FSL calls so I can gather up some more of those while we're in these market rotations up and down, and then once we confirm that we're out of it, I can hold my FSLs for however long I want to. I really like FSL. Plug actually pulled back because they're reinstating their financials. I'm not sure if you guys saw that yesterday. I think I shared it in some of the groups or whatnot. It pulled back pretty heavily on its own. It's sitting about $36, and levels resistance that might play a part is right around that 37, so definitely something to watch for. I wonder what the options look like on there now that it's pulled back so much. On market is opening. Let's see where the money's at. Yeah, I'm up $2,500. I'm up to $2,500. Excuse me. I'm up $488 on the day. I'm gonna move to the SPY now, so I can understand if we're going down or up. Come on, don't be too slow on me now. I need it up here as well, so I can move quickly. Going to need a bigger monitor. What? Your plan has 1 chart per tab limit. Our upgraded plans let you see up to 8 linked charts. What are you talking about? I'm already premium, bro. How much higher can you go with this? Pro? I'm premium. What are they talking about? Tell me I need a bigger screen. Whatever. Get out of my face. That's TradingView. They're tripping, bro. Alright, so like I said, I'm crossing $2,500 today. I wanted to do that yesterday, so a little disappointed in that regard. I'm currently up $631 on my puts. I'm looking for exits out of these if they were to occur at all. So let me see. Slight pullback. Continue on the SPY. We're pulling down on the SPY. I will let you know when I'm getting ready to get out of those. Looks like it's going to churn in between this EMA there. Let me track the market open. For the most part, the markets are down since the last time I tracked it. I'll be using this today for an exit strategy. I'm almost comfortable with saying that this is going to come down a little bit more. Let's see. As you can see, we're riding below that EMA there. Let me hide this stuff here and get it out of the way so we can actually see the chart. If we break above that EMA, I'm going to go ahead and hop out of this. So let's see where our small account challenge should be. We should be up to $147, up 41% on the trade for holding. And climbing, by the way, about 50%. So congratulations to the guys that joined us in that. I want to see this break below 394 next. That's what it looks like it may be doing. If it does that, then I think the EMAs are going to go red on the 30-minute. Might see it go oversold there for a second. But I'm up $650 right now and ticking. And this is just waking up. Like I could not have to trade for the rest of the day if I don't want to. Good thing about this is we bought these yesterday, and I will have access to that free capital going into today. Up 570 for the day, 588 because Romeo's down about $25 on me, like I said earlier, so I'm not really stressing. I'm really watching this. Let me look at this a little bit closer. I have the longer time frames to the top side of my screens, and I can watch it from there. So I want to look in close on this to see how we're reacting at these lower time frames. You can kind of identify your moves a little bit better in that regard. Makes me not scared of it. So S&D took off, I'm guessing. Can you confirm that? Because I'm watching the SPY right now, and that's all I'm focused on right for this time being. QQQ calls. What did I make off of that? Let's see. Wow, $288 on QQQ, going up $300, $475 on the SPY. Winning, about to clear 700 once this breaks 394. That's what I'm talking about. Win. I'm gonna pull. It looks like QQQ just broke down below 317, going down to that 316.28. I want to see how it reacts there. Blah 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 blah. I don't know why TradingView is trying to play with my emotions, man. Quit playing with my emotions. Come on down.
Anybody else see
Alright,
the
let's-
news about?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Did anybody else see the news about Intel and Lucid?
No. What's going on with it?
I caught it in passing. There's some sort of deal that I woke up about 10 minutes ago, so I haven't.
Seems like everybody woke up late this morning. Well, I actually was on time for the most part. Fortunately, I was able to get started with this a little bit sooner than normal. Give us a little edge on the market. All right, here we go, guys. QQQ retesting that 316.28. Let's see what happens. Looks like it might break down. Double RSI dip. Might break 316. I'll show you guys live. SPY's still working on 394. Wonder if they like tried to max devices at the same time. What are you talking about, bro? Like, are they really giving me issues, bro? Jesus. Oh, I do have like 5 different tabs of TradingView open over here. I wonder if that has something to do with it. Like, I don't have time for this, man. I'm trying to make some money. Get out of my face. Alright. Anyways. Back to the get and the go. I don't know what all that was about. Looks like we bounced off that 316.28 level that I was talking about. What are you talking about? Maximum number of devices. I'm on 3 devices, bro. Alright. Y'all are starting to irritate me. I'm up $728 so far. Just crossed above 2,600. I think I'm going to call it a day, bro. Go ahead and capture my gains on these, bro.
And buy out of the 388s.
I think so. I'm at $2,600 personally. You know what I mean? We're reversing too, so. Let me see. I'm trying to not get ahead of myself. I can miss out on a lot of good money. But I might hold like my $400 puts on the SPY, and I might hold my QQQs. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm looking. I'm up $750 just for waiting. Or up to $750. Let me be correct. I'm probably about to cross $2,700 here in a minute. I need to close out my freaking, apparently I need to close out my TradingView on my phone. I don't know, dude, like, what's going on, but it's irritating me. Talking about 5 devices at one time. I don't even have 5 devices. I do have 5 devices. Whatever. Sleep deprivation. I can't even say the word. Not enough coffee at the same time. Bow, get off my phone. Bow, get off my phone. What are we doing? Let's see. We got some downturn on the 5-minute. Looks like it's going to break down. You might see a recovery on the 1-minute, but I think the 5 is going to weigh down on it. Yep, we just retested 316.28 and broke through it. Continuing to the downside, it's going to weigh down on the, what is this, the 1 hour? Oh, this is the 1 day. Why am I looking at the 1 day again? What are you talking about? Get out of my face, bruh. Like, they're tripping. Oh my gosh, if you... What is this? It's really irritating me. It's really irritating me. What are you talking about, TradingView? I guess I have to pay for my subscription real quick. Let me do it so they shut up. PayPal. I'll be right back, man. This is really fucking. guess TradingView tried to charge my account or something and it didn't go through. I mean, no emails on it, just, oh, you can't use this anymore. Oh, I don't even know if people are on our live stream anymore at this point. Let's see. Oh, we still got 6 people in here. What's up, roll call? What's going on? Who in here? Where are we at? Breaking below 316.28. I saw the SPY was breaking down below 394. I can do what I need to do for a minute. Who we got in here? Let me know. On I know Discord, but who's in the stream? What? You can't do what? What the what? Man, they're really irritating me today. There's a lot of things bothering me today. Oh, I had it backwards. Okay, it's me. Okay, that's all you had to say. Okay. It's just me, bruh. Alright, let's see. I'll give me a second. I don't even know if this might be the case. Well, we're going to see. I'm in Louisiana. Who we got in the chat? Let me know what's up, chat. What's up, everybody? Reg still here. Trying to figure out what to do today? Cool. We'll look just a second. Having to clear up some issues between me and TradingView. Been a large advocate of this company and they want to give me issues now. Let me refresh. We should be good now. Won't get in my way. Alright, so currently oh, what's up? Go ahead.
I got out of that SPY.
You got out? Let's see where I'm at. Yeah, I was up like 800, pulled back a little bit on us. Reload. 390. Oh, yes. Man, see? Oh, them. Oh, boy. Dealing with the bull, bro. Dealing with the bull. Not now. Get out of my face, bro. I'm a little irritated. I just missed out on $100 dealing with y'all. Still up to about 2,600 on my personal small account challenge. Looking at it on the 5-minute, it looks like we might have bottomed right where I thought we would. Let's go to the 1 minute. Oh wait, is that EMA rejections? Yeah, if you got out, I don't blame you, bro. Like I said, it's up to you where you feel comfortable getting in and out. I'm still in. I'm still up $671 at this point. I'm considering pulling out at this time, but I'm just being smart and holding just a little bit, not letting my emotions get to me, although they are bothering the hell out of me right now. So support was 316.28 for the QQQ. It did break down below it, went below 316. I wish I knew that. I would have sold at that point. But I could have missed out on more potential funds, so I'm going to see how it reacts to that EMA that I'm watching up top. SPY is currently trying to break through. Oh, when you see a tow truck come in your neighborhood, somebody better watch out. I'll tell you what though, my car paid off for it, so you can keep on pushing. Yeah, you going that way. That's what I want to do. I want to start a tow truck company, so that way I can just go work whenever and sit here and play the markets all day. I want to see the QQQ. Oh, now my PC is wanting to slow down on me. Looks like we're trying to break out on the SPY. Yeah, of course they're all kicking in at the same time. Look at that EMA rejection though. So I'm gonna see what happens here. I'm actually holding still. Could bounce off that EMA though. It's a 5 minute looking like on Q. Maybe I can get my setup back to how I want it. Where is it?
That's good news. Between the QQQ yesterday, or on the 15th,
Say what?
SPY put today. I said between QQQ yesterday, or on the 15th, and SPY today and yesterday, I think I'm almost up 50%
On the account challenge? Winning! Alright, we're breaking down again. I think we're going to do a double RSI dip, which is what I was hoping to look for here. While I kind of waited myself on my puts. And I think that's going to weigh down a little bit more. If that is the case, I want to see it above those EMAs and staying above them before I feel comfortable with getting out. And expecting this to reverse in any kind of way. So let me do 5 and 10 minute here. Like I said, I always focus on my lower time frames when I'm looking for an exit strategy out of these things. Of course, it's taking forever to do that. 5 minutes showing EMA rejections on the S&P, on the 13 EMA there, on the 5 minute. So that's where I'm ultimately looking for the stronger double dip RSI right there. Shut them up. Oh, we got a bounce on the QQQ on me. What happened? Oh, short bounce. Nothing big. What time frame is that? The 1 minute? Why am I seeing something different on this side? Oh, that's the 1 hour. Okay. Man, this thing's going slower and slower by the minute. Let me see what I can get rid of. We got 8 people on let me do another roll call. S&D about to break 150. It needs to stay above 155. What y'all holding? What y'all looking at? Let me know. Let's do a portfolio roll call. What y'all looking at? What y'all holding? And I'm talking on the live stream, of course, right now. Oh, my chart is all messed up now. I just realized that it's not following the same symbols. Oh, trading view, you're really irritating me today. I'm down to $2,400, dude, because I'm watching this damn chart. I'm down to 540. I'm not even tripping. Like, it's fine. I'm up, but that's bullshit. I'm starting. Excuse my French, guys. I'm forgetting where I'm at. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of my QQQs, I think, for now. I'm up $261 on it. Like I said, I was looking for some reversals in it, but we're seeing a lot of buying coming into the market, so we might look at some calls, guys, on the small account challenge here. Alright, sold my QQQs. Selling my 388s. I think I'm gonna hold my 400 spot puts, though. I'm not sure yet. Let me look at it, because my entire chart is destroyed pretty much. It's supposed to be showing me the same symbol across all the time frames. It's not doing that. It's back to 394. Looking at some EMA rejections there. QQQ's taking off though, so I'm not too much worried about it. I locked in on the smart account challenge, up 40% on it for you guys running after that with us. So win there. Locked in about half of my profits for the day. Still holding my SPY 397 puts and my SPY 400s. And seeing some rejections as well, so this could actually pull back. I found those more valuable than anything else I was holding. QQQ is just running right now, so it wouldn't have done me any good anyways. It looks like I'm actually going positive on RMO a little bit on my equity hold. My warrants are only down $2, so I'm not stressing about it too much. I'll be watching the SPY for the most part until we see a reversal there. Do we want to do a call on the QQQ? Would be my next question. Let me look at the chat real quick. Got FSL at 15.50 yesterday, wondering how I should play it. AEZS is trading sideways, so I'm not sure what to do. Might sell both for the option play. FSL is gold at these price levels, to be honest with you. I love FSL. I actually pushed FSL when it was at like 870 or something like that. If you're on here, then, and you're here every day with us, jump on the Discord call. I put a link in there. Jump on the Discord call with us, and we'll go ahead and hop off of right here at 9 o'clock. I expect to hop off the YouTube. So if you haven't already, hit me up on Facebook. Jesus Christ, why does it do that? Every time I try to share like a YouTube link, it does some weird stuff, man. Like a link from the chat directly. Some weird stuff. YouTube trying to keep track of everything. Alright, hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on the Discord link. I'm sharing the invite now. And we'll discuss this a little bit more on the small challenge. So I can hop off of here. See what the SPY's doing real quick. Boom. I'm glad we were able to win. I'm not sure if you guys captured your 388 puts on the SPY. It did kind of consolidate a little bit. Came back down from when that breakout to potentially 394. Let's see.
Still your SPY?
I still have my two higher SPY puts of 397 and 400. I sold the 388 puts myself with you guys, just so we can do this in solidarity and track the same gains. I could have held them because it did come back down a little bit, but my trading view really caused me some issues, man. I missed out on some good earnings that I could have snatched. I was up to like $2,600. I'm up to like $2,472. But I didn't want to shortchange myself and miss out on other potential gains, which I'm looking at on the 1 minute right now. It looks like a fake breakout or partial breakout on the EMA. Somebody trying to say something? Oh man, this thing is taking so long to load. It's so irritating. Jesus Christ, man, Jesus. Save it. I got it up here. Why am I tripping? Well, no, my symbols aren't the same.
Just to further twist the Robin Hood nut.
Do it.
Further twist the sudden. He's doing the thing and
Alright, so where do we... Sorry guys, I'm playing catch up now. I'm really irritated. Okay, glad I held my longer SPY, my in the money SPY puts, because this is showing strong EMA rejections on the 5 minute 34 and the 10 minute 55. Can come back down and I can capture some of those gains I missed on it. Of course, with the 388s, I wasn't going to make that many gains off of it. Once I see it bottom out this next time, I think we can feel safe in potentially doing calls on it. I'm a little concerned in doing that, though. With J Powell talking today, I want to see what the market reaction is on that. I think it'll be better to kind of play it out where we wait until that time frame to make our decision, to make sure that we're not getting caught up in anything that could hurt the account. It looks like I'm going to... Oh, there it goes. So, let me refresh this. Let me save this first. And then I'll refresh this. Alright, we're hitting 5 minutes after, close to 5. Who do we still have on the, seems like I'm having a rough day. I'm tired, Steven. I've been working countless hours on getting things set up a little bit better for the community as much as possible. And if anybody wants to help, feel free to help me. Please. That'd be nice. But...
I mean, I'd be happy to help you out. I don't know what the hell I could actually do for you, but...
There's a lot of things, man. I have this new group that I'm running on Facebook that has like 45,000 people that are constantly pushing requests for. I have it where they have to have their post approved, of course, because they're just sharing some crazy stuff. I have.
Well, shoot me a message and let me know what I can do for you.
Okay. I see J Dub still holding his 388s. I'm still holding my spies, bro. We're in this together then, I guess, on that front. But yeah, I mean, like a lot of stuff I'm doing is like web design for the platform, mobile app design for the platform, new modules and all of that for like YouTube and the Discord. I got a lot of automation stuff that I have to do for like delivering information to the Discord. That's taking up a lot of time, like keeping up with members and their payments and stuff like that, and them having issues, and like it's just honestly like I could really use some help if the entire community was to help with promoting everything as far as the YouTube, the Discord, Facebook groups, whatever you choose, you feel comfortable with. That would definitely make a big difference. But I want to see the SPY below 394 again, but it looks like we're running into support around these 394 levels. But it looks like we're having a potential fake out on the 1 minute as far as the reversal goes, which is what I'm looking at while I'm still holding. I'm doing fine. I'm pretty happy. For the most part, I'm pretty happy. I have $800 to play with. I'm up to $2,500. Made over. I went to sleep and made $517. I mean, so pretty much, Steve, I'm speaking to you specifically. So it's all good, bro. It's just like I am starting to get agitated with some things that are constant that we need to simmer down on in like the Facebook chat and stuff and all that. And people saying what they have to say on the side, like, typically doesn't bother me, but once you continue to do it constantly, it's like, bruh, chill out.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Right. Like, I've been nice. Been trying to be nice as much as possible. So, that only goes so far. Alright, I'm getting out of my SPY calls, J-Dub. I'm not sure if you're in there with me or not still. It looks like I'm about to cross over 2,500 real quick. I'm going to try to snatch that and then probably call it a day. I'm not, hold on. Let's see. I'm really watching these 394 levels and seeing what the momentum is on it first. I might shortchange myself. That's what I'm saying about that. 10 minute looks like it's trying to ramp up, but it's very odd. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Let me set this up properly. I've still got 5 viewers on YouTube. I don't want to leave you guys just hanging. If you haven't already, like I said, join us on our Discord, man. We'll further the call on the account challenge if you're interested. I'm gonna be jumping off of here in about a minute or so. What are we doing, spies? Trying to bounce up on me with the 5 minute. So what I'm looking at is this 5 minute more so than the 1, due to the fact that let's see. You see the MACDs losing momentum. I want to see this double RSI dip, and if it drives it lower, as I was saying earlier, for the most part we'll hold. Well, I'm losing a little bit of money there now, so let me see what I want to do. Come on down, bruh. I think people are taking profits on these options that I'm in. Oh wait, RMO's down only $4. I'm cool with that. Wow, it just bounced on me. That sucked. It just broke out. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day on these, man. Done enough. Made enough. Sold my 397s for $500. Winning. I'm looking at selling my 400 puts now. Seeing if I can sell it at optimum price. Selling those for $756. $60 now. SPY looks like it's giving up a little bit. Let me see. Those are actually my winners right there. That 400 put. And then we'll do a trade analysis on it in a second to just sold it for, looks like I can sell it. Oh, I'm selling it. 760. Oh, is it not gonna fill my order? Of course not. Of course. Oh wait. There it goes. Thank you. Alright, so I'm up 500. To be precise, exactly flat 500 for today, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off the YouTube. Thank you all for joining us. If you're in here, you said SNDL's hitting again. I hope it is for you guys that are holding it. Hope you're winning in that record. I won in mine. Now it's y'all's turn to go make some money today on our YouTube channel. Feel free to reach out to us on our Discord if you want any trades reviewed. I see it found that support around that 136, Steven. That's what you need. You needed to stay above those levels to let it keep running. But for now, I'm hopping off the YouTube, guys. Thank you all for joining, showing your support. Feel free to subscribe if you're new here. Show your support by sharing the channel. Yeah, I had a little rough morning, but I'm tired. But we're winning. So ultimately, the goal, I'll be hopping off here. We'll be back here tomorrow around 7 to